Ketchum with TV 43 News. Yesterday morning at 10:30 a.m., combined forces of the Arkansas State Police, the FBI, and the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms arrested James Ellison, age 48, on one of the 3 compounds owned by the Covenant Sword and Arm of the Lord, otherwise known as the CSA.
This afternoon on rather short notice, and for that we do apologize, but I think we have some rather significant information to convey to you. This morning at approximately 10:30 a.m., agents of the FBI and the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms arrested James Ellison, age 48, Randall Paul Evans, age 30, Thomas Day Bentley, age 57, Jefferson Dwayne Butler, age 42, and James Wallington, age 41. These people were all arrested by FBI and ATF agents as they exited the compound occupied by the group calling themselves the Covenant, the Sword, and the Arm of the Lord. They were arrested near the main gate of the main compound, as I said, at approximately 10:30 a.m. Mr. Ellison was arrested on the warrant that we had mentioned to you earlier. This was a warrant obtained by the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms dealing with illegal weapons charges, namely charges relative to silencers and the transporting of those silencers and conspiracy. This indictment consisted of indicting 24 people who were all members of the group that has become known as the Order, a part of the larger group known as Aryan Nation, based out of Hayden Lake, Idaho. The main compound of the CSA compound is being secured as we speak by combined SWAT teams composed of FBI agents and ATF agents.
Ellison was arrested on charges of illegal manufacture and possession of firearms, namely silencers, and for conspiracy to transport said firearms. James Ellison was transported directly to Fort Smith, where he is held on federal charges at this time. Kerry Noble of the CSA has granted an exclusive interview to TV 43, and we will announce the time of the airing of that interview later today. This is Susan Ketchum with TV 43 News. We're here with Kerry Noble, an elder with the CSA. Kerry has granted us an exclusive interview. We're going to sit here and have a discussion, question and answer format. This will be an unedited program. Kerry, thanks a lot for coming over tonight. First of all, I want to talk about what has happened over these last few days and get that out of the way.
Okay.
And then I want to talk about the beliefs and the reasons behind how and why you live on your compound. First of all, to your knowledge, was James Ellison manufacturing illegal firearms?
No, at no point in time, to my knowledge, did he ever manufacture. In fact, the warrant that he's up for, the crime that he's charged with, is not the manufacturing itself. It's for the conspiracy or the knowing that it was happening and giving his acknowledgement and condoning it, which we believe he's innocent of those charges. That he didn't condone it. He was not in favor of it, but there were elements in our group that did it in rebellion. But our understanding of plurality is this: we believe that it is acceptable in God's eyes for a man to take on another wife, have more than one wife, not for the woman to take on more than one husband. It's strange, and I think it's especially seen in our society, that there are a tremendous amount of good women in the earth today. There really is a lack of good men. We have a lot of males in the world, but not a whole lot of men anymore. And women deserve good men. I think we got more good women than we got good men. We've stated from the beginning that if they came in peaceably, if there was, we saw no problems, no dangers, well, we didn't see any reason why not to let them in, to a certain sense. You know, there's been a common question for quite a long time, what are you going to do if they come in with the search warrant? And I think we pretty much did what we said we would do. If they came in to cause problems, there would be problems. If they came in peaceably, we would greet them with peace.
You would react.
Yeah. And I think that's what the authorities did. I think they came in with respect for us, with dignity and honor towards us, wanting peace, not wanting to see anybody hurt, not wanting to just wipe CSA off the map type thing. And because of that attitude, we were able to enter into the negotiations to settle this thing peaceably. If it had in fact been the other way around, where they would have come in determined to just crush us and eliminate CSA altogether, that would have been a problem.
You would have fought back.
Yeah. Then I don't think we would have had much choice in the matter. It's interesting that I guess this thing must have received worldwide publicity, from what I understand. One of the officers said that a man from Australia called just the other night, seeing it all the way over there. And it's you think about, well, here we are in these little 224 acres, just a small group of us, and what is so important about this that it's carried all the way to the other side of the earth. And I think it's fascinating for people to realize that here we were, probably 8-10 men, being at odds with 300 well-trained experts sent here specifically for this mission from Washington, D.C., with the most sophisticated, up-to-date equipment available to any army in this world, that the very, very best of what there is, against just a handful of men on a small property. That right there is just boggling to think about. They gave us a lot of compliments on our training. They knew that we were probably the best trained civilians in America, and which we've gotten that same compliment from other sources. And so it was an honor, and that's what impressed us so much, is because it was like the old time chivalry of recognizing the worthiness of your opponents with each other, to where you deserved the respect of each other. And I think that caused us to be more open with each other. I went down to the quote-unquote enemy's camp several times, and it was fascinating to have FBI agents and BATF agents sit around and talk end-time revelation type stuff and Bible stuff, and some of the same beliefs that CSA has, and some of their complaints about the government that are similar to our complaints about the government, and tying it all in. I was amazed at how many of them really had their scriptures down good. And you could tell that they had done their homework on us, but you could also tell that there was a sincerity in them, that they are also concerned about the direction that the country is headed in, and what they want to be able to do about it. I had a person ask me one time a while back, said, what is the most dangerous thing that we have in society now? Because there's this thing coming out that white supremacists are the threat to society. We're the most dangerous thing. The Anti-Defamation League put out a report that said CSA is the most dangerous threat to America today. And I think the most dangerous threat in this country today is the left-wing liberal propaganda that's flushed out to us throughout the major media. And I think that's what is the true brainwashing in this country. But I don't think that that we're any better necessarily than anybody else, or that God loves us any more than He does anybody else. I know that everything that we understand is just simply by the grace of God, but you do have to be careful. It's it's easy because of faults or personalities or whatever to get yourself into a situation where you think we're right and everybody else is wrong type thing. Nobody else understands but us. When that's not true, because there's a lot of people who have way more understanding in areas than we've got, who you have people in this area that have a lot of the same understandings that we have. I don't think it's a requirement that you have to be in a group like us or to be a CSA member to, to be in with God, or anything like that. There is a fine, it's like there's an old saying, there's a fine line between sanity and insanity. And there is a fine line between brainwashing, as in the sense that you're getting cleansed out from society without thinking, or without getting into this thinking that of being programmed into what you're doing.
Kerry, I really appreciate it very much that you've come by. I appreciate your frankness with us. And we thank you, the viewing audience, for being interested enough to tune in with us this evening. Thank you for joining us. This has been Susan Ketchum with TV 43 News. Good night.